Joe, I covered you way back when at Elder.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. You put a few pounds on now, but it looks good.
Yes, sir.
Tell me why you're meaner and nastier and all that than you were, and can you get back to catching balls like you did there for the Panthers?
Yeah, like you said, I've gained quite a bit of weight since last time you saw me at Elder. I think I played my senior year around 210. Now I'm 255 and feeling pretty good. So blocking's gotten a lot easier. Now playing more inline stuff, but I think I can still run and make some plays down the field.
Brendan, what can you take from the experience you got last year at Indiana and bring it in here and, relate it to this locker room and, potentially impacting this team for this season?
Yeah, being in Indiana was very helpful for me, and I definitely, I don't have the most experience out of any quarterback in the country, that's for sure, but definitely getting to play last season, that was huge, and I feel like I've grown a lot as a player. It was good to get that game rep, and the Big Ten's a tough conference, and so is the Big 12, so I'm excited to start working with the guys this spring and start getting the chemistry down, and I look forward to battling and competing with the other guys, and it's going to be a fun season.
Brendan, you brought it up talking about how you didn't play at Indiana that much. What makes you so confident that you're going to be able to lead this Cincinnati team back to where they want to be?
Obviously it's these past few years, especially Cincinnati's been a winning program, and they had a rough year last year, but I feel like I'm a really competitive player, and I want to win, and so does everybody else in this locker room, and so does the staff. So I feel like we all come together well, and we're all going to mesh well, and we'll see what happens this year. But I feel really good about it.
You had the quarterback battle last year. You had the coordinator change in the middle of the season. What did you focus on or keep the main thing in order to kind of battle through all that?
Yeah, like you said, just keep the main thing, which is playing ball, and whatever happens, but you got to go out there every day and stay even keel and just work. It's really all it comes down to, is you just got to be ready when the opportunity comes and make the most of it.
For both of you guys, just talk about what this transition was for you guys in the offseason and what led you to Cincinnati and how this process has been throughout this offseason for you guys, and what are the most things you're excited for this season?
I'd say the transition's been pretty easy. It was a pretty easy decision for me to want to come back home, living 15 minutes away and everything. And I had a pre-relationship with Coach Satt. He recruited me to Louisville when he was down there, so I was already kind of knew him and what he was about. And I always thought he was a great guy, a great coach, and strength staff-wise, I spent 3 years with Coach Nico up at Ohio State, so I kind of knew what I was getting into there. But yeah, just getting the chance and opportunity to come play back at home, I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah, and I just, I feel like whenever I entered the portal, and out of all the coaches that recruited me, I felt like I connected best with this staff here, and especially coming on my visit, it just felt like the place that I was meant to be at. So, yeah, like Joe said, I'm excited to be here. The transition's been good. Just ready to get into spring ball.
How crazy was being a quarterback entering the portal?
It was pretty crazy. Obviously, hectic for the first few weeks, and then everything starts to settle down a little bit. But it was definitely pretty fun. It was pretty crazy. So,
Joe, you took your time with the process. You visited Cincinnati before the dead period, and then explored your options. What was it ultimately that made you say this is definitely my next stop?
Yeah, it was really kind of between here and I visited Tennessee when it opened back up, so it was kind of between here and Tennessee, and I liked both places. Thought they could be a great opportunity for me, but it really just kind of came down to just getting a chance to come back home, be close to family again, and just kind of play in my backyard essentially.
Brendan, I talked to you on the phone in Texas. One thing I found really interesting was when you run the ball, I mean, you may have to get used to sliding, but you said you don't hesitate to lower the shoulder a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like it fires the guys up a little bit. Similar to Indiana, it's a physical conference, but at the end of the day, football is football, and it's nice to get hit every now and then. I always tell people I like getting it for so long, and then it starts to hurt pretty good. So, Yeah, I could be a little bit smarter than just lowering the shoulder every single time I run, but it's definitely fun to get out there, fire the guys up, and everybody else is putting their bodies on the line every play, so I got to do it every now and then.
230 pounds now, or
230.
yeah, that could hurt.
Yeah, I mean, the other guys though, everybody's 230. It seems like maybe a little bit heavier. So.
Joe, real quick, how intense was the lobbying effort from the elder guys or the local guys that you knew that were already on the team?
Yeah, when I first entered the portal, first call I got, I think, was from Luke Kandra telling me that they want me here and he wants me here, and the chance to kind of come back and play, be a teammate with him again. And yeah, I mean, I got a lot of support, a lot of people from back home telling me that they think this would be kind of the right decision, but ultimately I felt like it was for myself anyway, aside from all of that. But yeah, I was getting hit pretty hard by a bunch of local people to maybe come back home.
This can be for both of you, but what's the impression of the team that was here last year and the leaders in the team going through workouts, just emphasizing how tough last year was and how much they want to get back to what Cincinnati's been like?
Yeah, obviously we weren't really a part of last year and kind of what went on, but from what I've heard and what I've seen, it seems like this team's very determined and dedicated to what we're doing and trying to get back to what Cincinnati has been, and you can kind of see that through this off-season program we have going on. It's tough. It's one of the toughest ones I've been in college, and I've been in some tough ones, and guys are working through it. We're all just trying to build a good team chemistry and try to become the biggest, fastest, strongest team we can be. But yeah, like I said, and talking with some guys that have been here and were a part of what went on last year, they say it's kind of like a night and day difference.
Brendan, I read about your high school journey. It sounded like this was an underdog story early on. If you could elaborate on that.
Yeah, I didn't have any offers until the night before my senior night. Only started 6 games my senior year, broke my throwing hand, so that limited me, and I was just a late bloomer, so everything kind of was later for me with COVID and all that anyways. So, and then January of my second semester my senior year, Indiana offered me, obviously came there, and then once I got to Bloomington, I got to work and was competing in the quarterback competition, got some playing time, and now here we are. But I'm really excited. Obviously I've always had a chip on my shoulder, always feel like I've been counted out, but I'm excited to get to work.
You were a pretty good baseball player in high school too. How close were you to choosing that route for college, and how do you use that in kind of your arm angles like you see with Patrick Mahomes and all those guys?
Yeah, I don't know if I was that good at baseball. I would have chose that route. I probably would have ended up walking on somewhere and trying to earn a scholarship. But thank goodness that didn't happen, and I ended up getting a scholarship, so I didn't have to choose that route. But yeah, playing baseball as a quarterback, I feel like it's huge. Getting to utilize all the different arm angles that you have to use in baseball, and I definitely feel like it helped me for the arm strengthening piece too. So.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, fellas.